peoples of the worldwide federated internets, what is good? So, seeing this video with Bill Gates go around about vaccines and what he had to say about vaccines, and some of his comments are alarming. So I'm gonna play the whole video, not just a clip. You know, he had some other things to say. So let's see what Bill Gates has to say in this video. Bill, what say you?
I never met Donald Trump before he was elected. There was a thing during the election where he and I were at the same place, and I avoided him. But anyway, then he got elected, and so I went to see him in December. He knew my daughter Jennifer because Trump has this horse show thing down in Florida. In fact, he went up and talked to Jen and was being super nice. And then, like 20 minutes later, he flew in a helicopter to the same place. So clearly he had been driven away, but he wanted to make a grand entrance in a helicopter.
See what he did there? See that dig?
Anyway,
it's funny.
So when I first talked to him, it was actually kind of scary how much he knew about my daughter's appearance.
Another dig.
Melinda didn't like that too well. Anyway, so I saw him at Trump Tower. You know, I said, hey, science and innovation is a great thing. You should be a leader who drives innovation. And that conversation was about a broad set of things in energy, in health, in education. You know, pick things you want to do that are big. HIV vaccine, you could, accelerate that. Be associated with innovation. And then the second time I saw him was the March after that, so March 2017 in the White House. In both of those two meetings, he asked me if vaccines weren't a bad thing, because he was considering a commission to look into ill effects of vaccines, and somebody, his name is Robert Kennedy.
I like the fact that he acts like he don't know who that is.
Vaccines were causing bad things, and I said, no, that's a dead end. That would be a bad thing. Don't
Dangerous
do that.
statement from this guy.
Both times he wanted to know if there was a difference between HIV and HPV.
Another dig.
So I was able to,
he's off the cuff. I like his humor. I like his humor.
With each other.
All right, so we heard what Mr. Gates had to say. I like his humor. I like his digs. It was pretty funny. But this guy's alarming. Why is this guy alarming? I'm going to explain to you why he's alarming. Who made him the authority on vaccines? I like to read between the lines when I'm listening to people sometimes, and when people are espousing different things. So the president wants to look into vaccines, investigating vaccines upon the recommendation of one Mr. Robert F. Kennedy. Now, we all know that last name, Kennedy. Who is this? The fact that Bill Gates tried to act like he did not know who this was, one, that's a red flag. You're Bill Gates. You're a smart dude, no doubt. You don't know who Robert F. Kennedy is? Come on, B. Come on, B. I know it's a lot of slow people out there. We ain't that slow. Who's Robert F. Kennedy? We all know the name. Born January 17th, 1954. An American environmental attorney, author, and opponent of vaccination. Kennedy is the son of Robert F. Kennedy and nephew of former President John F. Kennedy. There is no way Bill Gates was searching in his mind to try to figure out, I think I know who this guy is. He knew exactly who Robert F. Kennedy was. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. rather. So that's the first red flag. So you try to dismiss the guy by acting like you don't know who he is. See, there's a very deceptive thing that's done by people. They dismiss people who they want discredited and discounted. You got to watch that. When somebody is defending themselves and they have to discredit someone else in order to defend their position, I tend to start tuning them out and paying more attention to the person they're discrediting. Because if what you're saying is legit, you don't have to discredit your opponent in order to prove your point. But that's what Bill was doing here. And then the next thing is, I will give Donald Trump credit for this. You don't know what you don't know. You're talking to people who you believe know about these things, and you're trying to get their advice. I'm gonna give him some backlash though. Bill Gates is the last person Donald Trump needs to be listening to on vaccines. And that's not because I don't think Bill Gates is smart. That's not because I don't think he's a very bright and intelligent man. Bill Gates is ones and zeros. He's a computer guy. He knows computers. I'll give him that. A brain. I'll give him that. I don't know where he got his medical degree from. Last time I checked, he doesn't have a degree. Not in medicine. Who makes him the authority on vaccines and whether we should look into vaccines, investigate what vaccines either do or don't do, what effects they have on different people? If the president doesn't look into vaccines, and if there's no official committee to investigate vaccines, what they do, what they don't do, different adverse effects, not happy with this at all. Donald Trump is bugging all the way around. This is where you're gonna hear my criticisms of the president. Now, I'm not gonna criticize him based on what everybody else criticizes him on. Oh, he's racist, he's this, he's that. Come on, that's nonsense. Let's get over that. That's a lot of that is foolishness anyway. I'll give him credit for being able to change positions on something, even though he doesn't like to admit when he's wrong. That man does not like to admit when he's wrong. It is what it is, right? Like I said before, I don't hate the president. I don't dislike him, but it is what it is. We all know he doesn't like to admit when he's wrong. Here, he's wrong. Listening to Bill Gates, 100% wrong here. We need to investigate the adverse effects of vaccinations, what's being put in these vaccinations, and are some of these vaccinations necessary? Bill Gates, I don't trust that guy. I don't trust him at all. I'm just being completely honest with you. Why doesn't he want any investigations done on vaccinations? I find that very, very concerning. Bill Gates has made several conflicting comments. He's made the comment that the world is overpopulated, and he expects at a certain point it's going to be even more, or the numbers are going to be exponential. I think he said by 2050. So if you think the world is going to be overpopulated by 2050, why are you trying to help us be more healthy and overcome diseases with these all helpful vaccines? I don't trust him. Neither should you. Bill Gates, it's going to be a hard pass for me on anything coming from something that you funded. I'm just keeping it 100% real with you. Stay frosty, people.